Web3 technology is the future. How will this innovative and progressive web technology change your life? My name is Tim, and welcome to the Crypto Confidence Show. Ethereum.org released an article titled, "What is Web3?" that I feel everyone should give a read, whether you're into crypto or not. Web3 will impact everyone's daily lives sooner than later, and it's best to keep up on progressive technology in general. I will give everyone a quick rundown of some major takeaways from this article that you need to know. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and comment your thoughts down below. Now, if you're new to crypto, Ethereum is a decentralized open source blockchain with smart contract functionality. Ether is the native cryptocurrency of the platform. Among cryptocurrencies, Ether is second only to Bitcoin in market capitalization. Ethereum was conceived in 2013 by programmer Vitalik Buterin. If you head over to ethereum.org, you'll see this article that explains what Web3 is and how far we've come from web technology going back to the early 90s. As for the introduction, centralization has helped onboard billions of people to the World Wide Web and created the stable, robust infrastructure on which it lives. At the same time, a handful of centralized entities have a strong hold on large swaths of the World Wide Web, unilaterally deciding what should and should not be allowed. Web3 is the answer to the dilemma. Instead of web monopolized by large technology companies, Web3 embraces decentralization and is being built, operated, and owned by its users. Web3 puts power in the hands of the individuals rather than the corporations. Before we talk about Web3, let's explore how we got here. So in the early days, we had Web 1 technology, basically read technology, where computers would talk to a server and the server would talk back. On to Web 2, which is currently adopted everywhere, we have the read and write capability, where computers can talk to the servers, where computers can write to the servers, and exchange information back. Now onto Web3, the future. Web3 is read, write, and own. The premise of Web3 was coined by Ethereum co-founder Gavin Wood shortly after Ethereum launched in 2014. Gavin put into words a solution for a problem that many early crypto adopters felt. The web required too much trust. That is, most of the web that people know and use today relies on trusting a handful of private companies to act in the public's best interest. So what is Web3? Web3 has become a catch-all term for the vision of a new, better internet. At its core, Web3 uses blockchains, cryptocurrencies, and NFTs to give power back to the users in the form of ownership. Some core ideas of Web3 are Web3 is decentralized. Instead of large swaths of the internet controlled and owned by centralized entities, ownership gets distributed amongst its builders and users. Web3 is permissionless. Everyone has equal access to participate in Web3, and no one gets excluded. Web3 has native payments. It uses cryptocurrency for spending and sending money online instead of relying on the outdated infrastructure of banks and payment processors. Web3 is trustless. It operates using incentives and economic mechanisms instead of relying on trusted third parties. So why is Web3 important? Ownership. Web3 gives you ownership of your digital assets in an unprecedented way. Censorship resistance. The power dynamic between platforms and content creators is massively imbalanced. Decentralized autonomous organizations, DAOs. As well as owning your data in Web3, you can own the platform as a collective, using tokens to act like shares in the company. DAOs let you coordinate decentralized ownership of a platform and make decisions about its future. Going on, DAOs are defined technically as an agreed upon smart contracts that automate decentralized decision-making over a pool of resources, tokens. Users with tokens vote on how resources get spent, and the code automatically performs the voting outcome. Identity. Traditionally, you would create an account for every platform you use. For example, you might have a Twitter account, a YouTube account, and a Reddit account. Want to change the display of your name or your profile picture? You have to do it across every account. You can use single sign-in some cases, but this presents a familiar problem: censorship. In a single click, these platforms can lock you out of your entire online life. Web3 solves these problems by allowing you to control your digital identity with an Ethereum address and ENS profile. Using an Ethereum address provides a single login across platforms that is secure, censorship resistant, and anonymous. Native payments. Web2's payment infrastructure relies on banks and payment processors, excluding people without bank accounts or those who happen to live within the borders of the wrong country. Web3 uses tokens like Ethereum to send money directly in the browser and requires no trusted third party. Web3 has its limitations right now. Limitations with accessibility, user experience, education. That's where the show comes in. I'm trying to help educate everyone about Web3. As I mentioned earlier, I think that everyone should take the time to read this full article on ethereum.org. I have placed a link to the article in the description of this video. Also, if you have the time, please follow me on Twitter at TimCryptoCon right here. Thank you so much for your time, and I hope you learned a lot more about Web3. Web3 is going to be the future, and crypto is definitely here to stay. My name is Tim, and thanks for watching the Crypto Confident Show.